Hello and welcome to your 11th grade U.S. history class. Today we're going to start off by talking about what we reviewed it from the last class, and that is the Articles of Confederation. Let's screen share. Now I'd like each of you to write down three strengths and three weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation. Good. Does everyone have it? Who would like to share their ideas? All right. Bobby, give me one strength. Very good. Mary, do you have a strength? Thank you. And Jerome, what is your strength? Good job. Very good. Now let's review the strengths and then we'll talk about the weaknesses too. Just as Jerome said at first, it established the Northwest Ordinance as a method to allow the orderly creation of states. Next, it prohibited slavery in the areas in the Northwest. And last, it provided for a unicameral government, unicameral Congress, where each state could be represented equally. Now, this was a strength in many ways because it shows that our country was trying to work together, that the 13 various states were trying to work as one. But there were some problems with this, inherent problems. Now, let's read the first problem. Would you go ahead and do that, Sally? Very good. A unicameral Congress that required 9/13 votes to enact a law, and they could seldom get 9/13 of the delegates to agree on anything. Now, what is a unicameral Congress? Who can tell me? Very good. A unicameral, una means one, and cam is the word for chamber or room. So unicameral means one room or one house. So it was one body. Each state was represented by one representative. Next, another weakness was that there was no president to enforce the laws. It didn't matter how many laws were made. There was no person to enforce the laws. And next, no national court system. There was no forum to solve disputes between the states when the states were arguing with one another. And this was problematic for many ways. For example, Pennsylvania and New York, they actually had a border dispute and had soldiers lined up on the border, militia from each state, wanting to fight each other. Who do you get in arguments with in your neighborhood the most? Do you have disputes with your neighbors that are close to you? Or do you have disputes with neighbors that live 10 miles away? Yeah, so neighbors that are close to us are the ones that we generally have problems with. So we needed to figure out a way to work out our problems with each other in a peaceful and orderly way. That's why a national court system was important. Another weakness that we didn't write down here is that the federal government, the national government in Washington, actually at that time it wasn't in Washington, it was in New York, had no power to tax. So for example, if they needed money to build an army, they might say, okay, every state, we would like every state to give us $5,000 to fight off British invasion on the Great Lakes by New York. Well, New York might say, yeah, here's 5,000. South Carolina might say, here's 1,000. Georgia might say, forget it, I don't care about that. So there was no way to get funds to run this government, and that was a problem. Now, I've taken all the time I'm allowed to today, but I've enjoyed talking to you, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.